Hey everyone, this is Emma Hodges with our group's lesson demo, and we have created a fourth grade writing lesson. So I'm just going to go through the lesson plan with you in this video, give you a little bit of a demonstration of what it might look like in the classroom presented to students. So we would open this lesson with a read aloud of a short informative text about animals, and we really encourage you to choose one that will interest your students the most so that they'll get super engaged about this writing activity. So we created this text called The Beautiful Bald Eagle because we are pretending for this kind of lesson simulation that it was our school's mascot. So I might begin the lesson by saying, "Good morning, class. I am so very excited to begin our new writing project today that you will be lucky enough to complete with a partner so we can practice even more of that collaboration piece in the writing process." So I'm going to begin by reading to you The Beautiful Bald Eagle, and I want you to pay attention to the introduction in particular. And then I would go ahead and I would read out, bald eagles are large, powerful birds that soar through the sky, and end with, "We are proud to say that it has also been the national emblem of the United States of America since 1782." So before and after reading, call attention to the introduction in particular. And students should be familiar with this already, a think, pair, share activity. You are going to allow students to discuss the purpose of an introduction. So ask them questions like, how does an introduction set the stage for what they're about to read? How does it grab the reader's attention and make them want to learn more? And this is specifically that sentence, "Bald eagles are large, powerful birds that soar through the sky," right? That introductory sentence that's kind of setting the stage for the rest of the writing piece. And then we'll kind of move into our activities and instructional strategies. You would use a chart paper to create an anchor chart like this one listed above. And you would explain the three different ways that students can introduce a topic. You definitely want to model this explicitly for students. And those three methods are questioning, using a question, using just a straight fact, and then a description. Those are three really concrete and easy to understand ways that are a little bit varied as well to introduce a topic. So, modeling this for students, you could use the question and say, "Did you know that bald eagles have a wingspan of 6 feet?" You could use just a fact and say bald eagles are indigenous to North America, or you could use a description. Bald eagles are large, powerful birds that soar through the sky. And you can kind of discuss with students the different effect that those different introductions have on the rest of the piece, right? They'll choose their introduction based on the effect that they want their piece to have on the reader. So at this point, you'll tell students that they're going to be writing their own version of these texts with a partner. And you're going to model for students on Pebble Go how to research about this animal. With a partner, students can each have a laptop and kind of complete research on their own, or students can just share one. And you'll also want to model for students how to take these research based notes, right? So, show them how we don't just go straight into the writing process. There's that drafting and pre writing stage that takes place beforehand in the writing process. And then after modeling that note taking activity for students, you're just going to send them off to work in pairs on Pebble Go. And after they have compiled a decent list of information about their chosen animal, you will tell them to choose one fact that they learned during their research today and use that fact to draft the introduction to their text. So remind them again that they can use the fact by itself. They can use it in the form of a question or in the form of a description, just like on that anchor chart. You can always call their attention back to this, have that always up on the wall as an example for them to refer to. And then for our closing, we would have the class come back together on the carpet and do a little author's chair sharing session where you could basically just ask if any pairs of students would be willing to come up and share the drafted introduction that they wrote about their animal, maybe why they chose that specific animal, why it has so much interest for them, and then maybe why they chose that specific introduction, how they hope it's going to affect the rest of their piece. Um, and then for students that didn't choose to share, you can just collect the work that they created and use that as a form of informal assessment. But throughout the rest of the lesson, the assessment or evidence of learning is going to be mostly informal, just with verbal questioning, going ahead and asking students those questions just to check for their understanding. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and might use this lesson.